Well, Extreme Rules is May 1st. And this Friday on SmackDown, we saw the not only retirement of Edge, but the surrendering of the World Heavyweight Championship is now vacant. But Rio thought that he would become the new world champion just by being awarded the championship since he is the number one contender. However, that was not the case, and the ladder match was still on, apparently. Alberto Del Rio would face the winner of the 20-man over-the-top rope battle royal main event that night, and it was Christian. Christian eliminated Jack Swagger at the end of the match to win the battle royal and to be able to face Alberto Del Rio. We will have a new world champion guaranteed, and one of these men will have their first WWE World Title reign. Like I said before, Christian has been a world champion before, but in the NWA. Well, actually not exactly in the NWA, but when TNA had the NWA championships a long time ago, and Christian was probably the last NWA champion in the TNA organization before, besides Kurt Angle, and Kurt Angle won it in I think it was some sort of a ladder match or some kind of match, and he was the last champion, and then NWA management stripped all champions at that time of the NWA championship. It's been a few years since it happened, so I don't know if anyone remembers it, but yeah, Christian's a former world champion and former two-time if you count ECW, but a lot of people don't count ECW because the time Christian held the belt, ECW was like fucking WWE shit, and it was kind of like Sunday Night Heat, except Heat had its own belt. It's kind of weird saying that, but this is his first world title opportunity in a ladder match. So is Del Rio. This is. I mean, both men have some. Well, Del Rio has some level ladder experience. Christian was one of the innovators of this with the TLC and all the other ones, along with Edge. And I feel that Christian will have the advantage in this matchup, and I could see Christian holding the World Heavyweight Championship for the first time. One thing I don't understand, though, I was paying attention to a lot of the people in the Battle Royal, but last time I checked, Yoshitatsu is on Raw, yet he's in a SmackDown Battle Royal, which I'm not saying it hasn't happened before. Kurt Angle did that once, eventually winning the Battle Royal to become the new world champion at that time, which was when SmackDown was the shit, and it still kind of is, but not to that magnitude. But Yoshi's still kind of up and comer. What's he doing cross brand shit? I mean, sure he has NXT going on, but that's NXT. This is one of the two. These are the two main brands, and I'm not saying Yoshi. I'm not trying to diss Yoshi. It's just like they didn't have enough superstars on the SmackDown roster. When I look at the SmackDown roster, there's like a bazillion people on the SmackDown roster. Like, they could have had other people from SmackDown actually do this. Because when I'm looking at the SmackDown roster, let me see that for a second. Yeah, they had probably over 20 superstars. I'm probably counting it wrong, and I don't really care. The fact is, you don't have the biggest roster in the world, Raw and SmackDown, like you used to. You used to have one of the biggest rosters, and you still have a pretty big roster. Some of your guys are injured. I understand that some of you guys are injured and were inactive in WrestleMania. I mean, a lot of people are inactive in WrestleMania in general. And when they're still at WrestleMania season, a lot of your guys are still injured, which you had to make do. But at least back in the day, they used to maybe put some jobbers in there. You could have done that. But, you'd have to do storylines on there, and of course they don't want to do that because it's WWE. I mean, at least have someone like Sin Cara who was going back and forth. The Raw and SmackDown or something, Because last time I checked, Yoshitatsu is still on Raw. And the fact is, you have, let me see here, 4, 9, 12, 16, 17. You had 21 superstars on SmackDown roster. Some of them were not even utilized in the show, let alone the Battle Royal. And that's kind of a shame. But you know what? It is what it is, I guess. I don't really know. It's WWE trying to use TNA logic on us, I guess. But regardless, Christian will fucking win the World Heavyweight title. You can guarantee on that. And Extreme Rules, May 1st.